Hello. It is that time again. Shipping. Have something a little bit different today to do. So let's get to it and I'll show you what sold. Okay, today the items we are shipping are this art print and this little paper mache box, a very tiny little Disney pin, and a flamingo. All right, and obviously of all of these, the flamingo is going to be the most time consuming, so I'm going to save that for last. I'm actually going to start with the art print because, believe it or not, super easy. All right, it's paper. Okay, so we want to make sure that it's not ripped or bent or crinkled or any of that stuff. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to first just give the illusion of, let's go this way. It's the illusion for the customer of going to extra pains with just a couple of pieces of tissue paper. That makes it just look a little bit more protected, because I'm going to fold that edge over and I'm going to fold that edge over, okay? And I told them in the description that this was going to get rolled and put in a tube. So they are fine with that. All right, so let me just fold these little edges over. This is a Will Cormier, I don't know how you say his name. Very famous painter actually here in Las Vegas, because they have his art gallery over at the Silverton Hotel Casino next to the great big aquarium that actually has live mermaids that do shows there. Well, they did shows there. Well, they will do shows there again once we open back up. Put it that way. Okay, I've got to get this a little tighter to go in the tube that I have. And again, being really careful that I am not making any bends, that this is going to flatten back out for the customer when they get it so they can frame it. And the tissue paper just makes it look a little more protected. So, okay. So I've already pre-cut the tube to the size of the item. You can see that. This is something I probably pulled out of the trash somewhere. All right, so we're going to just boom it down in there, and it's nice and snug, okay? Now what's really important with this is that we don't put the tape so that it can actually touch that. So I have to protect these ends. And I will do that with, what will I do that with? I will do that with a poly bag. That's what I'll do that with. Now I don't need this whole poly bag for this, so I'm going to cut it in two. So I can just use one bag that'll take care of both sides. And I'm going to open this up and just put it over the end like so, right? And then I'm going to put my eBay tape around it. Now I started it with that one just because I needed to hold it on there. But now I'm going to go tape to tape around so it stays on there. All right, boom. And I'm actually going to just put one across here so that doesn't get a hole poked in it or something, and it holds those flap downs. All right, one end done. Now this one, I don't stay, not stay. This one, I no longer have it as a complete bag. So what I'm going to do is just lay it across this way, and I can actually utilize the sticky on this poly bag to my advantage to get it to start. Boom, boom. All right. So now I can just fix it up with my tape. It's not the prettiest, neatest package, but I'm really working on getting over my perfection syndrome OCD stuff, because you know what? Customers just don't care. They want their item to them safely. That's what they care about. And boom, that is ready to go. And that is how you ship an art print. Okay, that's done. Off to the side. Probably next easiest is this little Disney pin. Oh, by the way, the art print sold for 40 bucks. 40 bucks for that. I got it at the Goodwill bins. I got 2 of them actually. This is a vintage Disney pin, Mickey skiing. I ran it on auction starting at 10 bucks and I got my 10 bucks. So again, super easy. Poly bag time. I will give him just a little. I'm going to have to cut this down. This would be way too much bubble wrap. So I'm just going to score, and just make a nice little square bubble wrap. I can always use that as box filler. And I'm just going to neatly put them in there. And I'm going to stick them in the bubble bag. And that's it. That's how fast that one ships. Boom! Mickey's on his way. Right on here what it is. Okay. And this little box, super easy again. I'm just going to get a piece of bubble wrap. And what I always do for something that has a lid, this is a very ugly looking piece of bubble wrap. You know what? I need to make that a little cleaner. That was really ugly. What I do for items with a lid is I will take the lid off, put a layer of bubble, put the lid back on, and then wrap it up in its little cocoon. And the reason I do that is just so there's no pressure between the lid and the item for potential of, in this case, potential of like cracking just from pressure, because it is an old paper mache. Also on items that particularly are like porcelain or glass, you don't want any chance of chipping because it kind of banged together or rubbed together wrong. So just putting that little layer will get your piece there in one piece. Here's my little box. I finally figured out how to make these. You can go back a few episodes and find where I really wrestled with making this box. I got it figured out now. Now, this is going to be a fairly tight fit with the padding that I added with the bubble wrap. But because it's first class, I'm going to go with it. I mean, it's tighter than I'd like, but it was a $10 item. So, not that I don't want to get it to the customer, but it's first class. It's a really sturdy box, and the likelihood that anything bad is going to happen is really, really slim. It is not worth increasing the size of the box. So let me just put that on there. I mean, this thing weighs almost nothing. So it's going to make it. It's going to make it. Uh-oh. My tape dispenser just did something really weird. Okay. We'll fix that. All right. And this is the box. All right. 3 down. 1 to go. Let me fix my tape here. I swear, you guys, me and these tape dispensers, they are my nemesis. But you know what? If that's the worst thing I have to deal with in this business, I'll take it. All right. Let's see how easy that is to fix. Okay. This. Now, I don't know yet if I'm going to end up actually sending this, because this customer really ticked me off. They asked me what the size was in a message. Now, clearly the measurements are in the description of the listing. So while I did answer his question, I did ask, very subtly. I said, could you not see the description where I listed the dimensions? See how I did that? And they came back with a really, really snotty response of, you call that large? What are you, a midget? Now, they'd already paid for the item, so this is where I'm wrestling, because they gave me $47 for this figurine. But I'm so tempted to cancel the transaction because they just rubbed me the wrong way. So, but we'll see. We're going to package them up. We're going to give some grace and go with it. So tell me, what would you do? What would you do if you were me and you had a customer respond that way? Because it just really did not set right with me. It's like, I gave you the dimensions, and I didn't really like call you out on not seeing the dimensions in the description, but I kind of made it obvious that I knew you hadn't looked at the description. I'm going to go the other way with that too. And this is one of those where this neck is really, really vulnerable, and I may put a little something else over that. Let me just see how I feel once I get this in its bubble wrap cocoon. Just because if I could feel like I could snap that neck, yeah, I think I'm going to add a little bit of extra cardboard on this one, like so, and I can use the remnants from priority mail, because this is going priority mail, so they're not going to, priority mail police, they're not going to get me on this one. Where is that little head? Okay, that's, is this one longer? No, it's the same size. It is going to add a little weight to it, but I think I'm still fine because I have some room to work with on this. All right. And I'm going to go over it once just so it stays on there. Didn't go quite far enough. Okay, because I wanted to be down on the bubble wrap. Okay, I feel good about him now. All right, and this is going to go in the shoebox size because it is a kind of a long, narrow guy. Boom. And I'm going to use packing peanuts in this one for sure. All right. Get a nice, good 2 inches of layer on the bottom. A 2-inch layer. Ah! Don't. 2-inch layer. Boy, I tell ya. I'm a comedy of errors. All right, I got a nice 2-inch layer down there to start it. And the reason I use 2 inches is that gives enough shock absorption and also allows me to do this where I can really kind of squish it down in there. Probably went down about a good 1/2 inch. And I still have a good 1.5 to 2 inches on the top and the sides as well. So I'm going to fill that in now. You want your item sitting right in the center of the box with all of the, what is that? Oh, the things that you get in freebie peanuts. But at least they don't smell, right? Woo! When I buy packing peanuts, I buy these pink ones. And the reason I get the pink ones is they're anti-static. They don't stick to you. Whereas these white ones, they stick to you. You pay a little more for the pink, but it's a little less of a headache when you're using them, and a little less headache. Because look at all these little white pieces are what's sticking to me. All right, and remember, we're going to overfill the peanuts to where I really have to press these lids down. I'm pressing these down on the sides so there's no room for this item to move around. Okay, got it really almost to the point where you have to remove peanuts. That's where you want to be. And then, round and round the box. Tape to tape. Boom, chugga-lugga-lugga. And we will go once across that way. Make it nice and safe. And there she is. Nice, safely packaged. I still don't think that this was like even over 1.5 pounds. Even adding that extra cardboard, it did just fine. So yeah, there's our shipping. It's done with that. Go be profitable and make it fun. And let me know in the comments, what's selling for you? What are you having trouble shipping? Maybe you're avoiding listing something. Let me help you. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, go hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. There you go. See you on the next one.